May Day, May Day. It is a May Day. Exactly May 25th, 2013. It's one of the most beautiful days outside I've ever seen. And for some reason I missed those winter days from a few months ago. And I finally came to terms with my proclamation that I would let go of my winter outfit for the videos. So here I am with my Allen Ginsberg chic going on. That is my 15 minutes of fame, actually, or 22 minutes. I am the very first person in history that anyone's aware of who memorized and recited Howl by Allen Ginsberg. I'm very proud of that. I did that in San Francisco on October 25th, 2008, right there at Jack Kerouac Alley, next to City Lights Publishing Bookstore on Columbus and Broadway in North Beach. I loved being there. I'd never been to San Francisco before. It was awesome. I basically wanted to do a video just to draw the line. I'll put my Batman Ted Nugent outfit back on when needed, but I think I should reserve that for vids where I'm being, you know, just comical or a little country western, I don't know. But people are so absorbed with, you know, for lack of a better term, indoctrination about appearance. I mean, I've got, let me see what I got. I got videos where I look pretty bad. I probably don't look as bad as those now. And I've had some that even got me girlfriends. Not because they were bad, because they were just looked different and that's what they wanted. And it's appearance about things is just a... I guess we should worship it as a... It's an aesthetic type of thing. Like I walk down the street and I see the modern architecture, I hate it. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a building that went up since... That's, yeah, I mean, I've seen a few, but just hardly any that were built after 1960 that I just was like, oh, yuck. There's something to the windows. The windows have got to have some depth to them. It's like liking someone's eyes, you know. It's just like, there's got to be something there with a frame, you know, and depth and some artisan aspect to them that totally complement a building. Buildings that go up now, the contractors that get millions of dollars for just laying smooth concrete, whatever, they're, you know, just bricks and just metal framed windows that are boring with no lattice, any kind of roof line, no, forget it. And that has an effect on mentality, I think. I think people deserve walking around to be inspired. The greatness of Rome and Greece had a lot to do with Pericles and Augustus, because they were really in tune with the idea that architecture and aesthetic is key, probably, to motivation and confidence. See, I'm going to try to live up to the name I picked for this channel, World Philosophers. I want to try to be more philosophic about when I talk about things. I did my video about the moon last night, and it's just so fascinating, all the different things people think about it and have thrown out there. And it's nice when something is in tune with your own natural suspicions and other people bring up things you've never necessarily thought or heard before, but it gels with a wonder moment that you had before. And people should do that, whether you're right or wrong, you should throw what you're thinking out there. There's so many things online where the trolls, there's just so many of them that just, people that have never met you, that just see a single video, they call you an idiot or they call you stupid just because they disagree. And that's just so asinine. And I don't think it's really their fault. It's just, it's kind of like a weed with a flower that blossoms in your backyard because the environment has made people insulting and just, they're the idiots and they're laughing at their own humorous or attempts at humor. I got my windows up and we got the mix of birds and cop sirens. Cop sirens. When I hear a cop siren, I don't think, oh, somebody's fixing an emergency. I think the government's getting money out of somebody that doesn't have any. The cops are pussies. Listen to that. You just know it's a cop who's white with cropped hair, and he's kind of chubby, and he was probably second string on the football team and wanted to be first string, and that's why he became a cop, so he could power trip on somebody, but love nothing more than to billy club somebody over the head, across the face. Probably too much of a pussy to pull the gun, but they'll do it. They'll gun you down, some of them. But there's so many sirens. So many sirens. I want the police to be the police. I want them to want to make life better instead of punish people. They never punish the real criminals, the real drug traffickers. They arrest the petty thieves, the people who drive drunk. They're happy when someone drives drunk. They get thousands of dollars out of that. They're not trying to help you. They're trying to hurt you. Under the idea that hurting somebody will instill something in you. No. It's just taking money. That's all it is. It's an excuse to take money. And we all suffer from that. So many people, like when Occupy was going on, they were laughed at by the mainstream media, rich people, because they were poor people. And they portrayed them as people that just wanted money for free, for nothing. And that wasn't the case. They wanted justice. They wanted the government to be government as a representative of the people, and they're not. We don't have representatives in Congress representing people. We have people representing special interests. Special interests being businesses that just want to make a killing when they've already made a killing. And the people that vote, I would love to see an election year where the whole country just didn't do it and said, look, no. In fact, no to all of it. We want to start a new government. Like the Declaration of Independence says we have the right to throw off such government. That would be so awesome. If we could get the consciousness of human potential together and be brothers and sisters and wake up the chromosomes, the DNA that is apparently shut off, the 80% of our brains we don't use, and communicate with each other in like emotions and empathy, and say, no, no more of that. No, no, no. We're talking about serving and giving half of our money every year to people who don't care about us. They don't do anything for us. Tax money doesn't go to building bridges. They get that from the funny money from the Federal Reserve. The money that people earned is channeled straight to the stockholders of the Federal Reserve. But that's a whole other thing. Yuck. Well, I just want to get a little more serious about what I'm doing. And I appreciate my fans, I appreciate my followers. And I'm trying to be more philosophic about things. You know, I used to tutor philosophy, you know, tutoring Heidegger and William James and Sartre, Derrida. I'm real good at all that. I know about how looking at the world in Plato's Republic is pretty solid, you know. It's funny how the words Democrat and Republican, they're not associated with the right group. Like the Republicans should be called Democrats, and the liberals should be called Republicans, because Republican is back to the people. That's the translation. Back to the public, back to the people. And democracy is about, you know, majority rule. And I suppose that's why the names aren't like that, because the majority of people don't have money. So the Democrats, that's technically usually about the poor. And that's the reason. But it wouldn't... If everybody did rise up and work together, it wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't... The rich would not... They wouldn't be rich anymore. We would be rich. We would have the money because we said we're having the money. Because we're all working together and you're outnumbered. And that's how it should be. I believe in a constitution that is Republican in nature, where the idea is to win as many people into the majority of supporting the rights that are in the Constitution and preserve them and defend them at all costs. Well, these presidents, they raise their hand and they swear on their inauguration that they're going to defend the Constitution. They sure as hell don't. Barack Obama has done nothing, nothing that is anywhere in the Constitution since he's been in office. And everybody puts up with it because we were forced to be happy that somebody from a minority race is in the White House. But that's not what you're dealing with. You see Barack Obama hanging out with black people? No. The black population in the United States deserves help, and that's why they were so happy that he was elected. And the goal of having him in the White House by the powers that be was to have people even lose more faith. And they have. Because the rah-rah, wow, we did it, we got him in office, and then he's in office, and then it's like, oh, we don't have our brother in arms. He just kind of looks like us. Yeah, his mother was Jewish, and he